It's definitely a shadow ship.
You don't see a lot of humans in the ghetto these days. I wonder if he's an Azadi spy.
Looks more like a librarian to me.
The Dark People are amazing. They're collectors, and they have a great library containing every book ever written. I'd give my right arm and my left to see the fabled library of the Dark People, but they won't let me go with them to their city. Show me a man who reads, and I'll show you a man of reason. Deprive man of literature, and you deprive him of life.
A man of letters.
Many Dolmari have fled east to Irhad. Some say they're building an army. I hope that's true. I had a brief relationship with the Dolmari man. He was a fierce lover.
Oh. Okay.
The Dolmari have had it especially tough after the Azadi came, seeing how integrated they were in Markurian society.
I'm only in town for a short visit. I will not stay long. I am better off back home. Too many believe that if we only give the Azadi time, they will leave us be. I do not. The Azadi will never leave us be. Our culture is dying in Mercuria. How can anyone stand living here?
The captain. He looks a bit too relaxed, seeing as there are still supplies left to be loaded. How are things going?
Most of the supplies are on board. We're missing a few crates of grains and vegetables, a delivery of potions, and some other bits and pieces.
Good. Don't linger too long.
The paperwork's already being processed by the Azadi. Those fools. If only they knew what...
Shh! Not here. I don't think it's a good idea to tempt fate.
I didn't think you believed in that spiritual claptrap, Raven. Fate? Ha! We make our own destiny.
Still, better to be on the safe side. You don't foresee any problems, then?
Everything's in order. This ship's going to the islands. At least according to all the properly stamped and perfectly forged documents.
I'll rest easy only when you've reached safe harbor.
Don't fret. You'll rest easy soon enough.
So apparently his name is the Captain.
I have no interest in that.
She has no interest in that. So we will move on. Interesting creature.
A Samare. I thought they didn't like the ocean. Maybe she's curious.
Looks like someone's supposed to ride on her. Interesting.
It's one of the Dark People. A dark person. He's probably a shadow god. The captain of that shadowship. I seek passage to your city. I wish to visit the library.
We are here to trade and to collect. We do not take on passengers.
A long time ago, I sailed on one of your ships, and I met one of your people. He called me a wave.
Not many of your kind would lay claim to such a title.
I'm not laying claim to anything. I'm just telling you what he told me.
If you were a wave, we would grant you passage. But all I see is a human.
Oh, come on. We're April Ryan.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
Please?
I'm desperate. I need to get to your city, to your library. I'm looking for someone.
There are no humans in the city. Rarely is anyone allowed to visit our forest.
Not a human. Someone else. The white of the Drag kin.
I know of no such creature. You should look elsewhere.
You don't know the kin? This is very suspicious.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding.
We cannot. We do not take on passengers. Ever.
You did once. A long time ago, I was given passage on one of your ships.
Then you were fortunate. It does not happen very often.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
Grrr. We'll pay you.
I'll pay you good money for passage.
We do not crave money, human.
Then what do you want?
We are here to find new additions to our library. Someday it will be complete, and we can sleep. Until then, we travel, and we collect.
Wait a minute, he wants books. Wasn't Roper Klacks talking about a new book?
Potions, herbs, curiously shaped cookies. April Ryan, what can I do for you?
You said something about being an author?
I published one. I wrote my memoirs a few years ago. Farewell to My Wizarding Days by Roper F. Klacks.
What's the F stand for?
Nothing. It just looked better on the cover. Anyway, as it turned out, the first and only print run had a slight problem. A small charm made its way onto page 108. When readers got to that page, the book, as misfortune would have it, exploded.
And you had nothing to do with that.
Me? Absolutely not. I've been acquitted of all charges, and every single lawsuit has been dismissed in the magical court. I'm quite innocent. It does mean, however, that only one copy of Farewell to My Wizarding Days by Roper F. Klacks exists, and that would be mine. I've decharmed it, and page 108 is quite safe to read now, if you're interested.
Not really, no. Would you be interested in parting with that book of yours?
Oh, I don't know. It's the last remaining copy, you know. All the other copies spontaneously combusted.
I'm aware of that, but I need something to get me passage on that shadowship down in Shady Quay.
You believe my book would help with that?
Maybe. The Dark People collect books, and yours is quite unique. Isn't that so?
It is. It is.
Wouldn't you consider it an honor to have your first published novel become a part of the greatest library in Arcadia?
I would. I would indeed. Wait, I have it right here. I carry it with me always. There you go. Treat it with care. Don't let it get wet. Don't feed it red meat. And for the love of the balance, do not hold it upside down when there's a full moon. Oh, never again shall I glance upon the top 10 reasons why you should not build a flying castle on page 42 and smile knowingly.
But think about it. Thousands of people will get to enjoy your unique outlook on life. Your book will be part of something much, much greater.
You're right. Of course, you're right. Go on, take it away, or I shall become emotional, and when a wizard weeps, the whole world weeps with him. Oh, the humanity, the humanity.
He says that the F doesn't stand for anything, but I like to think it stands for Fitzgerald. I just think that suits the rest of his name.
Premium quality potions, magical ingredients.
This is the only remaining copy of Klacks' novel, and if I'm lucky, it won't blow up in my hands.
Alright, in the next video we will try to exchange the book for passage on the shadowship.